Hello, everyone! Welcome to the stream. I am your host, Nessi, and today we are going to be playing some more SOMA. We are hopefully finishing it up within either this stream or the following stream, so at the end of this week, we will be finishing it. Today, I have some friends who are with me, and they are going to be watching me play it, as well as giving lovely commentary of all the bullshit that's just about to happen. I hate this game. I think no, excuse me, I've said this over and over and over again. I actually hate this game. Yeah. So I hope to have it done soon. So let me bring everyone in. Hello, Pink and V.
What's up?
Hello.
What's up, bitches? Ready to finish this game?
Hell yeah, are you?
Yeah, you sound like
Yeah.
you're like, kill me now.
Just kill me now. I just want to finish it at this point. That's kind of where I am with this game, is I am kind of over it.
I'm over your bullshit. Let's get it over with.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's just been a game, and I've been... Yeah. It's just been a game. So let me stream for the both of you.
Life is a game. And
I
we're nothing but
know.
players of the game.
Shoot, there is a board game called Life, the game.
Oh god.
Yes, there is.
I forgot this.
Just so fun. But I kind of rage at that game, just like in real life.
That sounds like a freaking mood, not gonna lie.
I rage at life. So, it won't be this stream that we go until we finish. It will be next stream, unless we end up finishing it today.
Bet.
Oh, okay.
So, let's get going.
Already ready.
Simon is lost somewhere inside Theta, hunted by strange creatures. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, it does. Holy shit, does it. Not really looking forward to this.
You got this, you got this.
We'll be your cheerleaders. We'll root you on.
Please.
Nessie, I can come up with BS names for a script right now. You can do this. I'm not even kidding. I'm literally right now for a series creating BS names.
She did.
Have you
She
seen
did.
my names that I have come up with for my own characters?
Yeah, but see, those are fine because those are from your imagination. I'm borrowing GBA's friends, and I'm like, I need these cool secret undercover names. So I just remembered two of GB's friends, and I was like, what if there's an undercover name called Lunar Midnight? Okay, what about this other character's name?
I was just thinking of.
Poor Lunar getting dragged into this.
Listen. We're doing a feature on top of a feature.
Wow.
I guess I can't
You
talk much.
better credit him for that shit.
You know what? And you know what? Because Pink is here, I realize now we can do a name drop. We're gonna name this other character's undercover name. This undercover name, you wanna know what it's gonna be? The undercover name is gonna be Tashi Pink.
There we go. Pink's involved. Pink's involved.
Wow, I got my own cameo. I'm so happy. My life has come this far.
Like
I don't
as
get to
these
be. I don't
names are
get to be a
made.
character.
Listen, but you're permanently within the series in a way that people will never expect. But those who will know will be like, "Oh look, there you be."
It's no, you're those special ones that only like if you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't like that.
Or it's like, you know, like there's like some jokes that only like really smart people that understand the reference will get. You're like that.
Why did you say really smart people? That sounds like that type of joke. It's like that meme was like, oh, you have to be a particular IQ to understand this joke.
That light just turned off. Oh, blinking.
Okay, a better one. You're like an inside joke. Only people who are actually in the group will understand.
Ooh,
That
I
is a
don't
great
like
point.
that.
That is a great point.
That means you're special.
I literally have so far
Oh!
these names, these terrible undercover names, I will say, are going to be
gross.
created by Tide. So Tide's like, your name's going to be Lunar Midnight, and your friend here, their name's going to be Tashi Pink. And then this is like what the main character's response is like, how do you come up with such terrible names?
There, I'm just like, because I can.
Don't know
So
where I'm
fuck
going.
you. Like, that's who I am as a person. So fuck off.
Oh, I can't
Yeah.
go this way. Where am I going?
Oh, the noise. The noises he makes. It's pretty unsettling.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Not this way. Apparently, I wish I
I
could
love
get
that line to Pink. I basically kind of took your line, and I'm thinking like this character, Tide, he's gonna say, better than your idea sending a fart meme to help ease the tension of your supporting cabinets. So fuck you.
Yay!
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
I feel too honored. I feel like it's
I'm a person where it's like sometimes people don't understand. I was like when I write scripts, it's partially like I do come up with it, and part of it is like, okay, I need some fan feedback or some direct feedback from a fan and shit from whatever freaking fandom or whatever thing I'm writing or being involved with, just to make sure, like, does this sound like the character? Does this sound like the story? And does this sound appropriate or whatnot? Like, because for me, it's like I thrive on that reaction. Just as much as Nessie is thriving on SOMA. No, just kidding. I was gonna make it just as much as Nessie's thriving on SOMA.
Can you hear her thriving right now?
That is the sound of a winner.
winner my ass.
That just sounds like a person done with
uh,
oh, just a person done with the bullshit, like.
Nessie sounds like me whenever I have to deal with Sin and his random chaotic shit. Like, that is for sure a mood.
I like it, don't lie.
Shh, he can't do that. I refuse to acknowledge it.
Going out. Leaving.
But I kind of understand what you mean, Mediator, where it's like you're getting kind of like, not like lines, but you're getting like just ideas off of other people.
Yeah.
It gives the character more character
Yeah.
instead of just being like this
Like-
kind of robot. You give them more of a personality.
Yeah, and that's the thing, which is like sometimes I feel like when you're writing stuff, like the fans, I feel like kind of know more about the character than you as the person working on it, or even the creator themselves at times. Like, because I think if anything, when you're a fan of something, you think 13 levels deeper, whereas when you're a writer, a lot of times, like kind of like I think GB can basically agree with this. Your main objective is making sure the characters work with the plot. And so you're like thinking of at that time frame, like what is the character going to react at that scenario at best, but you never think about too much outside, you know, like kind of like when I started. Do you remember the time I was at that one QA session where he basically was like performing as 13,000 of his characters?
Yeah,
That was me
voicing
testing
all
him.
these characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I did, because I was like, because you know I'm somewhat of a fan of his stuff, and so I'm like asking him like, what do you think of this? What do you do at your time? Like, you know, asking all of these things for his characters. Like, well, what do you feel about this? Like, how do you mean? Explain more. Like, kind of like
an entire integrate and like
yeah. which is like kind of how I think the more you think of your characters, the more flexible you become about them. That's why I always kind of thrive off the fans, because you just kind of hear them kind of go crazy or kind of go off on these characters. Like, honestly, I love seeing when people really think about kind of like, oh, like what's it like being a Flash Heart pirate or a Black Epsilon pirate? What is it like to be living in Queria?
Oh.
What are ways that you can have your character fit into this world, and why? And like, how do they serve this bigger plot? Especially when people write their OCs and figure out like, okay, how do I make it part of the main story, but also kind of be more of an underlay, kind of like being a side character that isn't out there in a sense. And I love that, because if anything, to me, side characters are always more interesting than the main character, because it's the play of the mystery in my book. Yeah, that's why I've always find it engaging when people start creating their own OCs and side characters.
Yeah. I did love seeing that a lot, and like recently now during the fan art, I'm like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, fan art is actually probably one of the biggest compliments ever, in my honest opinion.
Where the fuck am I supposed to go?
To the bathroom.
If you gotta go, you gotta go.
Might piss my pants because of this game.
Is it
Otherwise
because
you
of how long
haven't
it's
yet.
gonna take you?
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm guessing you've literally searched every ounce of the area. And obviously there has to be something you're supposed to do, but you obviously don't know where.
Yeah, I'm probably missing something.
Oh, oh, that creature's so. Ugh.
Fuck off! Fuck, fuck, fuck off. I need to get past it.
They pulled it. I don't know why, but that creature's noise reminds me of this boss from Super Mario Galaxy 2. His little noises reminds me of the same boss, and I'm just like,
It's on top of me.
ooh.
So I need to go into that little area. That area. Oh my god!
Ooh. Are those new noises?
If you're hearing clickety clacks, that might be me typing.
I'm not hearing that. I'm hearing like high pitch. Yep, those are new. Mm-hmm.
I don't like this bit.
Man.
I'm right
That's
now
it.
proud
This
at the
whole
moment.
game just sets off my paranoia.
I feel you. Like, do you ever have that feeling that even though you know shit's fake, it still sticks in your mind in the back of it, being like, why am I letting this get to me? And you can't
Yes.
sleep? Yeah. That happened to me recently with American Horror Story. Like, the
Oh
thing
my
about.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I find this story, like, okay, people are gonna think I'm really weird. I was watching Asylum, and I was laughing at a good portion of Asylum. Like, a good portion of it. Because it's so ridiculous. I'm like, are you for real? And then there were times, I think the story is good, but there were times I was like critiquing the writing. And I'm not saying the writing was terrible, okay? I'm like, yo, they don't need to add this element. Honestly, I think they should have gotten rid of this scene. This would have made the sense of paranoia bigger. It would have made me question because it's in a silent. Like, I was thinking of all these things, right?
Oh,
But,
that's funny.
you know, right? And I was laughing. The one time I stopped laughing and I just got instantly depressed. I don't know. Can I tell a sort of spoiler of the
Yeah,
show?
you can. I'm never gonna watch American Horror Story.
All right, Ness, can I say sort of spoiler?
Yeah.
Cool beans. So episode 3, there is this one character, and I don't recommend the show for everyone. It's a very mature show, so it's a very like adult show. You know?
Oh yeah, I know.
Like lots of cursing, covers lots of mature and dark topics. So I am warning people about that. It's not everyone's cup of tea. So there's this one character. I believe her name is Shelly, right? And at first I'm like, I don't care about this character. And then it was like they had very little screen time. Like this is how far I got into the series. And I was like, you know what? From this one episode, I like her so much, despite how she didn't have a lot of screen time. And she unfortunately gets a very tragic fate very early. And it made me really sad what happened to her. Because it was like, with the very few dialogue and the very few scenes that I get to see her, she's like, oh, I have a dream to do this. And like, I know I'm not crazy. And I'm like, you know, I normally don't care, but this person seems pretty like loyal and they seem pretty awesomely sweet and nice. And then the fact they get a terrible fate, I was just depressed. Like, the joke between me and my friends, I was like screaming out her name, being like, so that's like the one main reaction. And then we had to put a hold on that one because we were watching as a friend group. So one of our friends in that group had to like leave. I was like, oh, I don't feel comfortable continuing watching the series without them, because it's like you start their journey together, you end the journey together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're right now watching Freak Show / the circus themed one.
Oh, Freak Show, yeah. My
Freak
sister
Show,
told me about that. She loves Freak Show.
Yeah, Freak Show has, I think, some of the best writing in terms of. I know everyone talks about Coven. I haven't seen all of Coven. Like, this just tells you how much I sprinkle. Coven to me is, I can see where so much of the writing shines, and I like it. But there were things to me that were kind of personal triggers, you know, that I wasn't able to stomach, and it made it hard for me to watch the rest of the series. Now, again, like, this is just a personal me thing. Some people, they don't have a problem with it. That's doable. Like, and essentially, that's going to always be a thing with me. Like, you know.
Off now.
But like, you know, I do know Coven, Freak Show have some of the best writing, because even with all the triggers that happen, I was like, dude, this writing's really top notch. Like, Asylum had somewhat of good writing too, but Coven, you can really feel the characters. You know what I'm saying? And along with Circus or Freak Show. Freak Show has some of the more depressing writing. Actually, hot take, I think the weakest portion of American Horror Story is probably the thriller killers. Like, anything with the serial killer, I personally feel is some of the weakest parts of the series. You know, like, I think it's just because to me it's like, you have given me such an interesting premise, and they have so many horrors going on, that the thriller killer or the serial killer premise feels the weakest because, I mean,
Or
Asylum
because
has,
it's so common.
it feels like it's not only common, it's just how it's kind of written, because it plays within the cliches, which isn't meaning it's bad, but when you have so many things going on and then you have a thriller killer, how do you make a thriller killer stand out? Like in Asylum, you have aliens, demonic possession, mental illness and health, and then a thriller killer, right? Like the other three premises to me are so much stronger than a serial killer. Like I get where the serial killer plays into that one, but it just feels like it, like how it was written was kind of sort of added in to have a present day, and then how does the present day thriller killer connect with the past? And it's sort of there, but I feel like honestly, I would have preferred they did not have the present day thriller killer portion. Like I think if they kept the thriller killer, but instead of putting into the future modern day-ish time frame, right, like what they did in that series, and instead put it to the past, I think it would have been a little bit more interesting. And I think they did that when it came to Freak Show slash the circus one, because when they brought the clown serial killer, that to me was strong. That to me was
Oh, the
stronger
clown.
than the serial killer than Asylum. So, like again, the serial killer wasn't the strongest bit, but because it had a strong focus, it wasn't too many things at once. Like you had Freak Show talking about kind of physical deformities, the discrimination, as well as how that time era was when it comes to being differently abled, and kind of as well as how this also reflects to mental health to a degree, and
Yeah.
like I can extend from there. I thought it was just well written and it was integrated far smoothly. Like I kind of get why Asylum did it though, because they want to kind of, because it was season 2, right? The first season was Murder House. So how do you kind of create this kind of splash and then talk about old asylums and make it feel fresh, right? You start
Yeah.
with something that people are familiar with. And it makes sense why they did it, which is why I can't be too, oh, it's the worst thing ever written. I'm like, no, it's not. It's actually, it's sensible. But I feel like when I watch the series, and I think especially now, right? Because how many years has it been, right? That's like hindsight 2020. Trends and the way people write change and evolve. Like even taste evolves or changes. So
Yeah.
that's just my pseudo hot take. I have not finished a single dang season, so I am very excited and curious to finish it. The problem being that I never watch these alone. It's never fun watching it alone in my book. Like you can, but I think the fun of watching these scary stories is always with other people. You know, like especially if you can make light of a dark situation. Like I feel like for me Asylum is such an interesting writing, but it's also kind of like it plays into some of the cliches from what I've seen so far, right? Because I'm not too far into the series. There's like 12 episodes. And I think I have this somewhat opinion, or basically I have this opinion because I have mental illness. Like I'm essentially a trifecta. I have a language disability, ADHD, and recently this year, actually really early this year, I've been recently diagnosed with type 2 bipolar disorder, right? So for me growing up with the other two, my entire life, with being mentally ill and kind of hearing about this stuff, and then how mental illness or mental health kind of affected me, like it is kind of like there's always going to be desires.
I don't
There's
know
always
what
going
I'm
to be that.
supposed to do.
Oh, where are you at?
Yeah, I figured it out.
Nice.
Hey, good job.
I'm sorry if I went on a tangent. See, I tend to love talking about this stuff because for me it's like, especially if it's a psycho horror, I am very big fan of that because for me, especially as a person with mental illnesses, like I'm always curious of how modern day people in a way kind of think of mental health, and especially like what are what are the biggest questions of today. Like I would definitely say mental health has changed dramatically and drastically over the years. If anything, mental health this time and period is far better than when I was younger. You know, like
Oh,
I
for
got
real,
lucky.
man.
Yeah, like no, it's fine. I mean, look this way: things evolve, and science gets better, and treatment and discussion of health gets better, and that's just a part of the process. Like
Yeah. Which is good. I mean,
yeah.
back then, like, no one even really talked about it. They just
Oh yeah, it was a
ignored it. It
taboo.
was awful.
Yeah, when I was a kid, it was still a taboo. Like, imagine being a child diagnosed with ADHD. You talk about your experiences and you're kind of open about it because you don't see anything different. You're like, oh, now I have an explanation of why the heck can I sit down and why do I act this way and how do I think this way. Now I have tools and things and coping mechanisms. Now I have an ability to understand, right? And people kind of look at it the first, like when I was growing up, people didn't like sort of understand that, and people looked at it kind of drastically than they do now. People now are kind of like, oh, tell us more. That's very interesting. Or like, oh, dang, like how did you come across this? Like, there is a little bit more of, okay, when I was growing up, there was a sense of clarity, you know.
Oh.
Fucking water monster. Great.
Oh no, thank you.
Water Monster, Shape of Water. This is the prequel. No, this is the sequel to the movie.
Oh no, thank you.
This is when is her name Espinosa? I'm pretty sure the lady's name was Espinosa. I can't remember her first name, unfortunately. I remember her last name. I believe it's Espinosa. Espinosa.
Parkour thing?
I have no clue. Oh my god, are you parkouring in a water level? Good luck.
No offense to water levels in video games, but they're ass.
All the offense. I will give them all the offense. Get good.
Get good, dude. Hate you.
I kind of have no shame. Not gonna lie. But yeah.
Last time someone said that to him.
I don't know where. Oh, I gotta go there because that's a ladder. Ow.
You know, I will say, I'm a little bit intrigued, but slightly disappointed about this version of the future that Soma depicts, and it's not because it's all a dystopia. Here's the reason why. It's not as colorful. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but I feel like the more advanced technology gets, the more people get crazy about colors and technology and implementing like vibrancy and kind of upping the mood. And especially if you're in an underwater facility, that you're going to be having a sense of claustrophobia, and especially just trying to make sure people keep doing their job. Like, I would almost feel like you would have like bright, colorful things, or at least like bright, like kind of like Portal. You know how Portal embraces kind of the almost not liminal, but kind of like a open space with like stark whiteness to help like lighting and balancing out, so it makes it feel like you can sort of breathe in, despite how it's very claustrophobic. That's what I'm thinking. Because when I look at this, I'm just like thinking to myself, like, damn, this facility certainly had some budget cuts, and one of which was, let's make this as grim as possible for people.
Well, no. The issue is, this was in the future, but what has happened is all things have gone to shit. That's why it's the way it is.
So you're telling me that there actually was a budget to do bright, colorful paintings and like getting a paint job on this entire facility.
Yes.
And then they decided, yeah, now we're cutting. Okay, yeah. I would be very fascinated to see that, at least, or just having some sort of hint about it. Because it's like, when people get money, they go crazy and they kind of figure out, oh, how do we liven the space? Like, you know, like when you look at Silicon Valley, right? They talk about like, oh, we have these cool water slides and we like have this open air space, and look, we have some wacky color parts of our work area, right? Like, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, freaking water slides in a fucking dystopian society where everything is just.
Listen, we sort of live in a dystopia, alright, in a weird way, and like, I can go on about that, but I'm not.
We've already had one TED Talk today.
We did already have one TED Talk. I apologize, chat, for the numerous TED Talks you're about to hear. Just kidding. No, I'm gonna end it. I gotta end it.
Where do I go? Do I legitimately jump down?
Maybe you have to go somewhere else? What are you looking for?
I don't know.
Just anything that allows you to interact with.
Yeah, essentially.
I'm actually curious if you guys could describe one dystopia that you would live on only purely for aesthetic. Just be like, okay, kind of like if you had to visit a dystopia and just for aesthetic reasons, like you don't live there, you're just visiting there like a ghost. What dystopia would it be and why?
I can't really say. I don't know many dystopian things or
Oh.
anything that kind of counts as a dystopian society.
Mm-hmm.
I only
Should we
know.
also chat? If you got a dystopia you'd prefer to be in, like write that down in Nessie's stream and let us know. We'll give a shout out.
Yeah.
Nessie's like, I'm not gonna read. I'll read it.
No, I'm just totally confuzzled. Like,
On what you're supposed to do.
yeah.
Maybe soon you gotta go through the good old Google.
Time to get onto that GameSpot.com.
I found a tunnel.
I don't know. Just that one movie, or technically a book. That one thing,
I
Ready
found a
Player
tunnel.
One.
And a healing place, so now I'm not going crazy, I'm healed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that one book like a movie made of like Ready Player One.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess
Or it
I'm
was
flush.
There was an entire society where everybody like got to make money. Oh shit. It was a whole society where like people like lived off of like the internet. Like they had jobs in there, they made money there. It was basically kind of like a VR simulator.
Yeah.
I kind of would like to do that. It just sounds fun in my opinion, even though it's pretty fucked.
No, I feel you on that.
Yeah, that was probably my thing. I'm pretty sure that book is like an actual dystopian thing. So
Okay. So I figured out the thing without thinking that I figured out the thing?
I'm proud of you. Happy
Yeah.
accident.
Way to go, Nessie!
Very much happy accident. Oh, those are explosive balls.
Right. Let's find out.
It's like that one scene from Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo, get ready to explode.
Yeah, like the one scene. Or in our case, Finding Nemo.
Oh no, it's a power thing.
Oh. That
But
reminds me of
I
Dora.
need to
Like
find
balloons.
the
I love
Opticon
balloons.
now. It's a dead pupper.
Oh no.
Ladder. This game. That whole bit.
Just got you. You didn't know what to do.
So I can't turn on the power yet. Locked.
Oh, let me say hi to some of your viewers. We got, looks like a person named Have This Too, Laura Craft, and then sound alerts. Hello, why? Hello, hi. Not why. Whoa, rain, burn.
Whoa. Better be careful.
Warning, before flushing, make sure to open up the valves and...
I think it's a spooky time for me. Dystopians, horror stories, like, it's just a magical time of the year for me. You know what's
That
kind of
must
weird
be
is that
open.
Dandy hates, I think, horror stuff. I know it's partially because of to him he feels like, you know, people are suffering, and I can understand that. But I'm also kind of just shocked, surprised about it, because to me it's like, wait, what? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, when I hear about it, you know, horror stories and read it, it's just there is a sense of kind of you know tension, but I never look at it as kind of how he looks at it. He's very empathetic. Like, he tells me he doesn't like seeing people suffer, and I'm like, that is some of the most wholesome things to describe. But it's
Well,
pretty much a mood.
I got in, guys.
You did
Hey,
it. I'm in.
but that is pretty awesome though.
Yeah. That's why, like, he can't watch too many drama shows.
Catherine?
And then horror, I think, is just out of the
There you are.
question. Action, I think, to
We're
a
right next to
degree,
Omicron, a smaller
he can
building
watch,
connected
but
to the
it
main
depends on
site.
how much.
Can't you tell?
Like, I
No,
think
my
I was
view is
watching
pretty
something with
limited.
him recently,
There's some heavy restrictions
and
on my system access.
he was kind
Did
of
you find a power suit?
antsy. He was
Not
like
yet.
canting a
Trying to
bit
figure
and
out how to
kind of
get
like
into Omicron. It's a
kind of
big
getting
building.
slight anxiety,
Oh,
and I was like
Hey,
really
Keep
shocked.
up the good work.
Yeah.
That's it? You got nothing?
Good luck.
Thanks.
Oh, so she gave me nothing. Fuck.
Catherine sus, bro.
How are you so okay with all this?
With what?
Being a talking box, for one thing. Not being human.
It's not so bad.
So, you're not bothered at all by not having a body?
I'm getting there. You're making me feel really self-conscious.
Come on, be serious.
I never felt that comfortable being human in the first place. This isn't much worse.
Not being able to move would freak me out. Glad you got the box and not me.
Would make it a little easier to help out if I had a body, but you're doing a good job.
Just figured being able to stretch a little would give you some ease.
My physical constraints don't translate to my experience very well. I feel about as human as before, but as if suspended in air. Which is kind of interesting now that I think about it.
Oh shoot.
Honestly, okay. And then I was gonna call her Karen. Catherine. It's pretty sus.
Kath, why do you think I was made?
Catherine's
Why would
just
this
a
AI, the
technological
wild thing,
version of Karen to you
I
there.
don't think you'd ever know. I have my own beliefs, but nothing that can be verified.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay,
Well-
before I do that, I'm going
Tell
to
me.
stick my hand in the asshole again.
The WoW had a range of assignments.
Ah, yes.
The
I did
asshole.
not
It all
expect
sprung
that,
from one
but
single idea.
understood. Have a good
Preserve
day.
humanity. When the comet hit the Earth, killing everything, leaving a fraction of human...
Listen,
River, do we have any painkillers left? This tinnitus is becoming crippling.
Sorry, we only have heavy stuff left. Morphine level drugs.
I'll take it. Feels like my head is about to explode.
Can do, that's stuff for emergencies. Besides, Cameron thinks the ringing will settle when JR reaches 100%.
Then tell him to hurry the fuck up.
Should be a matter of hours. Just hang in there.
Keep me posted.
Yeah, well, I have this thing I need to take care of, so I'll talk to you later, okay?
Sure thing, Herb.
It must have overloaded his black box.
humans have black boxes?
Here we do. Company policy. It records your vitals to help medical personnel treat you in case of accidents.
That's how I can hear the dead.
Right. Yeah, you should be able to data mine black boxes, just like the intercom at Theta.
Noise.
Very nice.
There has to be a way to cancel the lockdown. Have a look around the room.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Catherine, are we alive?
That's an impossible question to answer. We lack meaningful definitions.
Just figured there must be a way to know. To know if this life is worth living.
You assume you've changed so much, but have you really?
I don't know. I don't feel so different. The world sure does.
I think this is the only one. Okay. Oops, I keep clicking the wrong buttons.
I think I solved it.
Solved what?
Why do I get the feeling that we just got lowered into the back of a van?
What are you talking about?
I never realized how much the idea of myself depended on where I am.
How do you mean?
I miss Toronto. And not because my friends and family are there, but because I know where I fit in. In Toronto, I know who I am.
That's an interesting observation.
I don't know what this means. 00900? Oh, there we go. Successful.
Omicron retracted the quarantine shutters. Lockdown canceled.
Something wants us to come inside.
And we want to go inside. What's the problem? Come on, let's get going.
I don't like that.
I don't like her.
I don't like that, Catherine.
Catherine's just a bitch.
She is.
Yeah, but I said it.
Anything that can just a place to hide. Ow. Why is my image? I don't like that my image or my vision started getting fucky there for a second. That was concerning.
There's definitely gonna be something out there.
Don't like that. Hello, doggo.
Hey, come on! Open up!
Oh, it's Strowski.
What is this shit? Armor for the apocalypse?
Omicron is in quarantine. This is why they didn't answer our call.
Hello!
Christ, Strasky, it's called a radio. They're not gonna hear you better if you scream.
Jonesy, you okay? Look, I know you're the strong silent type, but I need you to say something every now and then so I know you're all right. Jonesy? Jones,
Open up!
Fuck's sakes. Let's try the annex again. Maybe we can break in.
we're losing Jonesy. We need to get her inside.
Well, get in line!
Alvaro, there's nothing we can do for her right now. Hit the stasis switch and let's check the annex.
Use alternative. Okay. Use alternative entrance. Well, fabulous. Assuming they mean down here, right?
This had better be the right way.
Oh, I think it is. It's right there is where I'm trying to go in. Right?
If you're still underwater, I think you'll be fine, unless the airlock's been unsealed.
Well, that's not what I'm worried about.
I'm thinking like
behind that other wall.
Yeah. No, yeah. Now that the water's down, yeah, I feel what you mean. I'm thinking like Bioshock 2 rules, you know?
Let's find that suiting.
They're just static.
That's weird.
Why are they just static? I need to stop what, though? What are you wanting me to stop? It's not in storage. Well. Tunnel. Delightful.
Going to the tunnel.
There's gonna be something behind me. I'm not gonna be able
All right in front of you. You have to run away from. Oh. I hate it when doors open and there's a shut behind you.
Yeah.
Everything is so basic, so limited. I hope it's not the Omnitool falling apart. Okay, we need to find you a power suit. You know, so we can go into the abyss without ending up like a recycled can of soda.
You think we'll find one that fits me? I mean, I'm kind of in a suit already.
That's been bothering me too. You know how you were transferred from Vancouver?
Toronto.
From then to now.
How could I forget?
Okay, so we do it again.
You want to send me to the future?
No, you idiot. I want to transfer your mind into a new body.
What?
Look, we already know it can be done. We don't need to make it a big deal.
It is a big deal, Kath. It's a huge fucking deal. There's got to be something else that can take us down there.
The Dunbat at Theta was the only vessel that could take that pressure, and you saw what happened.
Then think of something else.
Simon, please. You don't have to switch this instant. Just play along for now. If we find something else, then great. If not...
I'm not promising anything.
Thank you, Simon. Have a look around the room. This is where they would keep the power suits, if there are any left.
Found one of the power suits. There's a dead woman inside. At least I think it's a woman. Just like the body we found in the annex. She's missing her head.
Gross. This could work in our favor, though. Look for a terminal nearby, see if you can boot it up.
Well, here we are,
No.
I guess.
Yeah, that was pretty unsettling.
Pod D, right? Yeah.
Not exactly grade A material.
Don't write it off just yet. Remember what we found out at Theta? The suit you are wearing is basically just a Cortex chip working a few pints of structure gel, powered by the on-suit battery pack.
And a dead colleague, Imogen Reed.
Exactly. If you think about it, we're actually incredibly lucky. We found a suit with an already dead body inside.
I guess you're right. What about the WoW? What makes you think it'll play along?
It's not magic, it's algorithms. A set pattern. The WoW won't be able to deny us, even if it was capable of wanting to.
I'm still not crazy about this plan. It feels wrong.
Please, Simon, I can't give up on the Ark. I need this to work.
So we need a Cortex chip, structure gel, and a battery pack. That's one hell of a shopping list.
Thanks. I'll just hang around here if that's okay.
I'll be back.
Great.
How convenient. Every other one is empty but that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's where I go out, actually. 'Cause I can't...
Come on, we need to get a Cortex chip, a battery pack, and some structure gel. Don't forget, we need a Cortex chip, structure gel, and a power pack to get the suit ready.
Just checking everything. That's what I needed to do.
It's not something you really want to get comfortable with. That's funny. What would you want to know? I think Ross is trying to tell me something.
It's never great when you find one of those. Can't say that's 100% what I wanted to do. I need to be cleaned. Great. Shit. Gross.
I'm so close to just basically just saying I'm done, but I'm also like too determined to do my job right. I'm like working as a business.
So I'm assuming I have to fix the fucking chip. Why is my vision going funky? hop over. Needs to be a way to swap. But how? Because I definitely need to put the shit on there. But... Ah. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. Well, thank you, Foxxy, for the 1-tier sub.
It's important.
Hell yeah, boy!
Yeah.
If I'm quiet, it's because I'm trying to problem solve with him.
Assuming lab is next. To go in here. Ugh.
My room, in a nutshell. No, it's kidding. That's not my room. That
You
ain't
just
my
have a
room.
bunch of gunk everywhere.
Listen, that's if I don't clean the test tubes that I'm holding proper data plants, then yes.
Oh, great. I don't like how I'm getting weird data glitches from that. Can I drop off this shit? Curious. Because I know I have to go up next. Either up or down. not do anything until I get it?
We need to get you a new Cortex chip, just like the ones you find inside robots, so we can store your brain.
Wonderful. So I'm going after the chip next. Delightful.
Beautiful.
Ah! You know, I don't like that.
Oh. No, thank you.
Yep.
That does not sound good.
Oh, it ain't great. Oh, I don't like how I just saved. Oh, I don't like I just saved.
Oh man, it's always those games where it's like, why did the save point just happen? Or why is there a shit ton of ammo in this area? Oh! Oh no. Oh, I don't like that noise. I don't like that music. Oh shit. Do not tell me you just avoided that.
Huh?
I thought, did you literally just, I thought it was following you and it just stopped.
Yeah. Don't ask.
Oh.
Do not. Poison the fucking well. Yeah, that's fucking helpful.
Oh. Ooh.
I think I got the data chip?
You got something.
Static again. was anything else in that room. And I can't unlock the lower deck from here.
Well, then there has to be something you missed.
This way, I guess. But this is
It's
the
weird.
main entrance.
It's weird how there's still nothing but static.
Well, their black boxes have been removed. That's what's happened. Their heads have been removed.
Yikers.
So I guess I'm going back downstairs. I think I have it.
Yeah.
I'll go downstairs just in case. And then, close the doors. It's gonna happen again when I come in here.
Oh, hell.
Yep, motherfucker. That's not the way. I need to head down. And I forget, there was a downstairs. Oh, this is where we came from, right? I can now do this. This could be really bad. Just.
You mean it could go bad quickly, in your opinion?
God damn. I don't know. That's where I get the chip.
And I am now off the clock.
Strasky, are you there?
I hear you, Herbie. What's up?
Just wanted to check in. I have to go do something. I might not be around for a few days, okay?
Rally Herbert leaving the listening post? Must be important.
It is, Strask. It is.
Okay then. Stay safe.
Omicron, can you hear us?
Loud and clear. Everyone all right?
We will be as soon as we make friends with the power suits.
I'm sure you'll get used to it.
Look at that. Just wanted to check in before we pass the last working Lumar probe. Guys, any last words to Omicron? Don't forget to pick us up. You heard that, right?
Don't worry, we won't forget.
All right. Heading into radio silence.
Good luck, guys. Tau, please. Tau, please respond. This is Rowley Herber calling from Omicron. Please respond, Tau.
Unable to connect. Lumar relay out of range.
Yeah, I get it.
Unable to connect. Lumar relay out of range.
Fuck. So someone's telling us to stop the WoW. Guy's still kind of breathing. Yes. I just have to figure out this fucking puzzle. Great. I don't know how though.
Hmm.
That's how. But the thing is, I need to eject its chip. Yeah, figured that one out. Surprised we didn't get spooked there.
Folks too soon. Proceeds to get spooked.
Yep.
Don't jinx yourself.
I know, right? Like, fuck me, I guess. Now, where was this?
Oh.
Fucking called it. Yeah, of course you will.
Oh, shizzles.
Shut the door, Cat. Lock it up.
What's happening?
Lock the door.
It's locked. What's going on?
I managed to piss off another one of WoW's monsters.
We have everything we need, right?
Yeah. Let's get to work.
So how do I add shit? Well,
This is crazy.
Don't worry, it'll work. Make sure it's all bunched together with the structure gel connecting all the parts. Alright, try activating the suit from the terminal again.
I can't believe we're doing this.
It will be fine.
Then why don't we put you in the suit?
I was gonna suggest that if you refused.
You'd go without me.
I need to do this, Simon. This is important. I need to launch the Ark.
You'd really do it. Change body.
Yes, if you want to stay here, I'm not gonna stand in your way. I don't want to tell you what to do.
What would it be like before? Close my eyes and
And then open them again.
All right. Let's do it.
Thank you, Simon. Go sit in the pilot seat in the next room. You might need to boot it up. We need to loop back the activity manifested by your current Cortex chip, run it through the amplifier, feed it into the new chip, and then make sure it's synced.
You lost me halfway there.
You don't really need to understand it, just make them line up.
Oh, almost there.
there we go.
You
Yay!
can climb into the pilot seat now.
Clean, look at that.
I have
I
everything
know,
under
right?
control.
Yeah.
Sorry
I
about
did
any
it.
discomfort. This should be over soon.
I'm
See,
proud
I
of
can
you.
do this shit.
So
I'm
with the most
smart.
expensive camera
I'm proud of
in
you,
the world,
Nessi.
You know, Indians thought photos would steal their souls.
In this case, they'd be right.
New suit.
There must be something wrong. Can't you run a diagnosis or something?
Oh shit.
What was that?
No, it's just...
Why was it still talking?
It's the same like before.
Catherine, why was he still talking?
That's how it works, you know that.
What do you mean?
You know it's
What do
not
you mean?
magic. You were copied. The sleeping Simon in the seat was copied, and now you are here, just like Simon lived on in Toronto.
God damn you, Kath. 2 Simons? There can't be 2 Simons.
What did you think would happen?
That you were gonna take
Called-
my mind and put it into another body, like a brain transplant.
I'm sorry, it wouldn't work that way.
You realize how messed up this is?
Please, I didn't mean to upset
How did you expect me to react to this shit?
you. Please stop.
You're fucking disgusting.
I don't know why.
What's
I
gonna
find
happen
that
to him?
He'll sleep
I
for
don't
a while,
know.
a few days.
And then what? Wake up in this fucking nightmare again? All alone? So cruel.
Well, what do you want me to do with him? Make friends? Let him know that we have to leave him behind when we go into the abyss?
What if he didn't need to wake up?
You'd do that?
I don't know. Maybe.
Ooh.
There.
this
I set it up for you. Hit the switch if you want to drain his battery. He'll die within a minute. I'd rather not stay plugged in any longer.
God damn.
I don't know, maybe it's just me working too much in my current job, but like this guy's pretty much really, really dumb. Because that's literally how all copied files.
So I
anything when it
could
comes to
execute
basic files works.
Do I drain the battery, or do I let it just be okay?
Drain the battery, trust.
And kill
here's-
myself?
Here's why. Okay. So right now you're looking at it as a soul type of thing, which is understandable. And right now where your objective is. But here's what people don't understand. When you have two files that are existing at once, naturally there's going to be some conflict. So imagine a computer AI. Yeah. So imagine a computer or type of computer AI. When you have 2 of the same programs running, one of the programs takes so much power but is more inefficient, and the other program will be lighter and better. And so how does this relate to this? Think of it kind of like that, where every time you make a new program, every iteration, every update, every software you've ever done is kind of like this. People don't understand is like every time you're replacing a file, you're kind of killing the past version already. So because when you replace it, you're not just adding extra stuff on top. You're literally from the ground up replacing the entire program. That's why that's why you kind of have people always consistently looking at the code and checking if there's any problems. That's where, or bugs that kind of conflict. Like, yeah, this is like not really basic, but this is kind of the most accurate depiction of what it's like when you're developing somewhat, in my opinion, AIs. You know?
Okay, so where are we going? Good question.
Because in the end, you could keep that program or that person alive, but that person is not in a physical form, like an organic form, so that person is already going to die. The fact that the processing power to keep that AI alive within a body that will probably degrade over time, right? Which means it's not like your human degrading where you could feel synonymous with your age and the decaying of the parts. That person's probably going to still retain that same type of mind and age level with a decaying body, which means you could be young and you're dying at a young state, which is kind of horrifying. Probably worse because you're not feeling age. You feel the same, you act the same, but you're not comprehending why parts of yourself are falling off or why your brain is basically being messed up, right? Because think of why you replace computer hardwires, GPUs, CPUs, whatever, like all these little parts. That's why. So he's basically screwed either way because there's no way he can really replace current parts of his body unless he was
Testing will be off.
and he knew how to work it. But he's not a computer engineer or anything like that. That's why I pulled the plug. Long term, it won't be good for him.
Well, here we go.
Right?
Have we figured out what happens when we die yet? Is that even possible? If there's some kind of afterlife, do you think my place is taken? The real me died like 100 years ago. Is there still room for me? And what about the Simon I killed at Omicron? What do you think?
I kind of.
Is there a heaven full of redundant copies of the same people? Is there someone up there who called me an imposter?
I don't think he
Dumb
was
luck,
thinking.
right? I woke up in the right body. I basically flipped a coin, and if I had called the wrong side, I'd be rotting away at Omicron. I mean, there's nowhere to know, right? You didn't hit the make sure Simon wakes up in the right body switch, did you? Not that you would know. I mean, he would still claim to be the right Simon. Christ. This is awful. We did an awful fucking thing. And you wouldn't mind? Why would you? How could you know that it's not me, the me that I am, the same that I've always been? Please say something. I don't want to think. Please.
I don't know what to say. I don't want to upset you.
Say anything.
When I was little, I used to climb the stairs all the way to the top of the building. And I can still feel how I had to, tuck my arms so I could push the heavy steel door open. Well, the first time that I dared go up there, I stepped out onto the roof and watched the smog rise and fall over Taipei. I got all the way up to the corner ledge and, I felt the warm wind in my hair and the sun was setting and the streets below were shadowed by the tall buildings. The people pushing through the crowd flowed like paint from an artist's brush. Street food vendors filled the air with aromas of all my favorite foods. For a brief moment, I felt connected to the world in a way that I never had before. It was the most profound feeling of comfort and sense of belonging I could ever hope for. I really never felt the same way again, but I went up to the roof many times after. I'm not religious, but I can see why people would be. The privilege of being makes a strong case, at least every once in a while.
Do you still feel that sense of awe? Even like this?
Things are different, but we're still here.
What's the point of going on? Everyone's gone. All the people still left are digital copies trapped in computers at the bottom of the sea. We'll never be able to rebuild or reclaim what we were.
Are you really so unhappy being what you are, or is this about the man who went for a scan 100 years ago?
Both, I guess. When I was back in Toronto, even the worst case, the darkest futures I could predict, they at least included my previous life somehow. I feel so uprooted. There's nothing here that I recognize, nothing that makes me feel like I belong. Even if we make it to the Ark, would it be any different? I'd still be alone. No friends. No family.
You could make new friends. I'm sure everyone would like to know the time traveler. If not, you still have...
Catherine? Kath? Hello, Catherine. What happened?
Oh shit.
I always have to remind myself that, this character probably doesn't understand computers. Because, as I think back now, right, Brain Scan was it from 2015, 16? Tech is still always evolving, so not everything in tech is, all knowable still.
Oh damn.
He is looking at everything as a soul perspective, huh? He's thinking more about it in a philosophical term, what's the point if you're just a program, in a way?
The power blacked out for a moment. I think it could be the atmospheric pressure. It's pushing pretty hard, really testing the limits of my suit.
Don't worry, it should hold.
Comforting.
It will hold.
How do I continue to just still up there? Do I have to click another button? Probably. Oh, I have to sit in the seat. That's right.
Does time freeze when you're not powered?
Time feels omitted more than anything.
What's the difference?
I don't feel like I'm being held back or hindered. And I don't have the opportunity to reflect on the time I'm missing. It's simply missing.
Sounds like sleeping without the dreaming.
Yes. But generally you anticipate when you're about to sleep, and there's a natural continuation since we tend to wake up where we went to sleep. My experience is more like an ever-changing moment that never really seems to find closure.
Sounds kind of like a movie being edited live.
I suppose so. I guess it sounds exciting, but it really keeps me activated to the point of exhaustion.
It's rough.
That's why you
Could
put
be
your
worse.
computers to sleep.
Could be a
Unplug.
time traveler stuck in a body made
Or
from black
shut down.
goo.
That'd be the worst.
Actually, I learned that. Like, if you don't put your full power off, it actually still runs. And that's actually how you sometimes damage your computer more. You don't give it a full ability to rest. So it's kind of like in the background, always operating.
You did it! You did it! I will make preparations.
Oh hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Oh hell no.
Nah.
Na na na.
Na 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 na.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I forget if this is the ending or not. Cause
Good, you're back.
What happened?
Eh?
Something dropped onto the cage. Knocks you right out.
Oh?
It spoke to me.
Looked like a man, one of WoW's creatures. It just stared at you for a moment, then threw itself down the abyss.
It said it would make preparations. I don't like the sound of that.
It was very strange. I thought it was gonna kill you for sure. I'm glad it didn't.
Yeah, me too.
I think I'll make chicken quesadillas for dinner. 'Cause I'm hungry.
Ooh,
On the
that
floor.
sounds
Good, not sure the
so
climb would
good.
take it much longer. Okay, so this is the Omega Sector. It's about an acre of the abyssal plan used by Pathos 2. I expect we'll have to do some walking before we reach town.
You haven't been here before?
Not in a way that'll help us.
Right, the other you has been here. We're following your own footsteps, Kat.
When I had footsteps,
You could still be down here somewhere, technically.
don't remind me, freaks me out. Alright, let's head for Tau and find that art.
Yeah. I'm praying for you, Nessi.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like this.
I hate that music.
After watching this game, I realized I feel like I'm more cynical. Because it's like, oh, can there be two of us? I'm like,
Tao?
yes, if you
Come
duplicate
in,
a file
Tao.
and number it with number
Please
1 or 2.
answer, Tao.
Mhm.
Nothing. It's dead.
Let's
Sounds
move
like
out.
dead.
We'll try the next one.
It sounds like Tau is where it all started. I have a strange feeling that is where shit hit the fan.
Mhm.
Okay. Let there be light, I guess.
Man, I'm not even playing it. I'm getting goosebumps already.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Immediately, because you've been having goosebumps. You're the one experiencing all this shit.
Yeah, I haven't exactly liked the game itself. Okay.
Thanks, Minnie.
Jesus, did you see that?
Stick to the lamplights. They won't go near them.
I can't, Valglasser. It's important I reach Omicron. Our future depends on it.
Calm down.
There's
Let's
Ross.
just follow the path.
If I die, I need you to tell Julia Dahl that the WoW is out of control. She needs to get to Sarang. He'll know what to do.
Ross, you can tell them yourself. We just need to pick up the pace, okay?
Glass! We lost the path! We need to go back!
I know where to go. Come on.
It's over there! The light is over there!
Final push, Ross. Almost there. We just...
So,
How amusing.
don't go into the dark. And we're looking for specifically blue. Blue light leads to Tau.
Yeah, but honestly, I can't, like, stand being in the dark. Oh, what the hell is that?
Something that likes the dark.
Oh, no ma'am. No ma'am.
Giant squid.
This shit adds to my reasons on why I don't like the dark. Like, no joke, I always have to keep my LED lights on all the time when I'm going to bed. Cause I don't like the dark. And it's just the whole concept of just like when you're in the dark and you can't see anything, you don't even know what's going on in the dark.
Right.
Freaks me out. So I'm like, yeah, no thank you. I would like to know what's going on in my surroundings.
This is creepy, to say the least. I don't like it.
Tau, can you hear this? Anyone there?
This is Tau. Who is this?
This is Ian Peterson of Theta calling. I got a team with me, and we're about half a kilometer from Tau.
What? How did... You came in the climber?
Listen, we're having a really hard time with this sector. Heavy turbulence is making it difficult to move forward, and the wildlife you got is absolutely rabid.
The storm comes and goes. Instruments show the weather is relatively fair right now. You should move out as soon as possible. Stick to the lights. The critters should leave you alone.
All right, you heard the man. We're moving out, people. Tau, keep the doors unlocked. We're coming in.
Well. Did what I was supposed to do.
Okay. Oh, don't do it.
This part sucks ass.
Mm-hmm. Yay. Oh my god. Ah! Out of the way, asshole. Oh, that is scary. Be careful. Oh, I do not like this.
Okay. Oh my god.
That was an anglerfish.
Yeah, it was. Stay away from that.
Maybe that's why most of the lights are colored. And so you don't be confused by any of the creatures.
I don't really care. just want to know why we're doing this in a storm. Because apparently this is a storm.
I know, Catherine.
Yeah. Guess we're at Tau. And weirdly enough, this is where we will stop actually once we drain. Because I think we're about to finish this game actually. And I hear the last part is timed.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, yeah, that's bad if it is.
Never been happier to be inside. Let's find the Ark.
Yep. And here is where we will end.
You sound so happy
Part
that
2 of our
it's over
journey.
for tonight.
I fucking hate this game. I really do.
You're almost done, homie. You're almost done.
I'm almost there. I'm almost through it. I'm just glad that I almost am. Oh, my poor heart can't stand any of it, which sucks.
Mhm.
Oh, my poor heart.
Because it's the jump scare portion, right?
Yeah, it's fully jump scare portion that causes me massive issues. Gotta love it. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming. It's been a pleasure. I'm just so done. I hear that this is the last part. So we should finish this up. The plans are to do GTFO possibly Saturday. For Saturday's stream. I don't have anything planned. I don't think I'm being a part of any sort of stream I haven't been told I am.
Alright.
So that's what the Saturday stream will be. Let's check to see if there's anyone streaming that we can raid. No. No one. So here's actually where we will end off the stream. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you both for being here. I'm going to mute and then finish the stream officially.
Alrighty.
Again, like I said, thank you so much for coming. It's been an absolute pleasure having everyone watch and be here. Like I said, we'll be finishing it. But yeah, have a fantastic day and stay safe. Bye.